Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And now my big question of today is, if you had $1 million in crypto right now, would you cash it all out or would you wait for even more gains? And the bigger question behind that is $1 million enough? I have no answer to that for you guys today, but I want to know from you, so put it down in the comment section below, and let's talk about some whales. Whale Alert Analysis reveals Satoshi stacked $10.9 billion worth of Bitcoin. Maybe that's something you want to go for, instead of just a lousy $1 million. Whale Alert detailed in a Medium post how a miner dubbed Patoshi, which is interesting, who is believed to be Satoshi, acquired this number of Bitcoins within a year, given the mining activity could only be tracked up to May 2010. Now, I don't really think it's very interesting for all of you guys to check out how it all worked and what he did because, well, it's not to be replicated anyway. It's not going to work or anything like that. It's just kind of interesting to think about whether or not he will sell any of this Bitcoin at one point in the future, what those will do for us in, I guess, the crypto realm, and also if we could then notice or understand who he is or who he was, right? Or if it's like a group or what. Because, I mean, if you're going to liquidate your holdings, if you're going to sell things, very often it comes out, right? Or if you're going to spend Bitcoins. So either they're going to have to do a very, very sneaky way to do it, but I think it's going to be almost impossible to get away with it because, well, it's blockchain, and people are watching his moves every single day, so, as I just said, I think it's going to be very, very difficult for him. XRP short-term price analysis. Well, at first, I was like, you know what? Let me talk about the XRP price today, as it's looking pretty positive, in my opinion. All right, here, the last couple of days have been moving lower, yada, yada, yada. I think it's actually in a pretty positive zone. However, this analysis seems to say exactly, or a little bit of the opposite. However, what I noticed just now is a interesting article which reads, XRP sets to become a privacy coin as Ripple researchers into anonymity. Now, I've been thinking about this, right? Because I believe like 3 years ago or so, we were also talking, I have a video on my channel somewhere, about XRP becoming a private coin. What the consequences would be, we discussed, and also what it would take, right? What would the good things be, what would the bad things be? And it's really an important subject to think about because going private means you'll get rid of a lot of potential customers, right? A lot of customers will not hold it or really want to transact it because, I mean, it's private and it's a little bit more sketchy, more associated with fraud and things like that. On the contrary, some would possibly love the privacy features as you would not have to, put in more info than really necessary, which might appeal to a lot of players as well, which is something I'm thinking about. The Ripple network is set to transform its native coin token XRP into a privacy coin as the network begins intensive researching procedures into anonymity and data protection, a release has said. In a recent blog post by Ripple Network, Stephanie Roos, an assistant professor at Delft University of Technology, again in the Netherlands, disclosed reasons why the Ripple network believes there are holes in the present blockchain models and aim at incorporating temporal anonymity features on the XRP ledger. People are often of the opinion that Bitcoin provides sufficient anonymity, whereas it has not really. Whereas it is not so, since there are possibilities of tracing people via their data on Bitcoin blockchain, which is what I just said about Satoshi, right? This part. Tracing people can achieve if the details provided could be linked to a profile, said Rose. However, the Ripple network stated in a blog post that it recognized the need for anonymity and data protection and has begun driving efforts to. Has begun? What is it? Put it down below in the comment section. And by the way, if you're enjoying these daily crypto videos, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe. You wouldn't want to know where I'm trying to record this episode today, guys. It's hard work. It's a sketchy place, but I'm trying my best. It has begun driving efforts to integrate anonymity features into the XRP ledger. The need for data protection has rapidly increased in recent times as companies all over the world are cautious of disclosing sensitive data when performing blockchain transactions. The companies feel private blockchains has limited future-proof solution based on the fact that the system can only be used by a few users. Hence, companies believe public blockchains are the future-proof solution as they provide sufficient anonymity functions. However, Rose and some other researchers are being funded under the Ripple Blockchain Research Initiative, UBRI, to conduct in-depth research into anonymity on the XRP ledger, and Rose and her team would be working on eliminating the present errors in the complicated blockchain model, large-scale projects, and would at the same time work on integrating a temporal anonymity feature on the XRP ledger. Aside from the financial aid coming from Ripple, UBRI, members of the research team would also be accorded access to Ripple's executives as a way of exposing them to valuable experiences in the blockchain industry. Nevertheless, it is important to mention that the Ripple network has been a long supporter of training future specialists and is through this research extending such initiative further, yada, yada, yada. Now, the important part about this is that there are a couple of features that I've been talking about. Like, for example, earlier in April, Nick Bogalis, the lead C++ software engineer over at Ripple, announced the deployment of a newly proposed feature, blinded tags, on the XRP ledger to enhance the privacy blockchain. And basically, that they are taking small steps. We don't really know whether or not they want to push this through or if it's really going to be coming. But the idea that they've been thinking about it, in my opinion, is a very, very positive thing. It's very good. It's all positive, and I'm really excited to see. Now, on the left here, I see another article. Let's quickly press that. Maybe that's from any of these days too. Yes, it is actually from today as well. One of Ripple's strongest investor launched crypto custody for institutions. Okay. One of Ripple Labs' strongest investor and RippleNet user is launching cryptocurrency custody for institutions, and already around 20 banks have shown interest in making use of the solution. The Ripple investor, Standard Chartered Bank, said his innovation and venture section is ready to launch the crypto custody for the financial market later this year. In a conversation with the blockchain-centric magazine, Standard Chartered's head of SC Ventures, Alex Manson, revealed that the company has designed a solution that is arguably the most secured crypto custody for the institutional market. Well, nothing much has been said about the custody. It's good to see, right? It's only positive stuff. And over the years, Standard Chartered has been romancing the crypto space. The firm in 2016 announced investing in Ripple Labs, the firm behind XRP, and so the ball is kind of rolling around, right? Since Standard Chartered is invested in Ripple, and they're launching such a custody service or feature, it's only positive stuff for Ripple. It's only positive stuff for XRP. It's only good stuff as, well, if you're invested in, one company A and company B, and company A and B can complement each other, can help each other out, which makes you more profit, well, of course you're going to do that, right? If you can. So that's pretty positive. Comp token might be looking at another 300% rally. The compound token has declined by 3%, but analysts say it's poised for another major rally. Some guys are really excited about the DeFi space, right? And one of the coins I often see as the #1 DeFi by other people, not by my own opinion, but by other people, is Compound. And I also see a lot of people predicting this Compound coin to just keep pumping over the next, I guess, months or so with some ridiculous gains. But to me, it's a little bit of a difficult one, as you can see what the price has been doing. It's a very strange one. It just has a lot of pump and dumps over like the day and whatnot. You can see here the price, it shifts ridiculously much in just the span of a couple of days, or actually days itself. Very volatile, pretty scary to trade, and some huge volume spikes here. I don't know what happened exactly over there. But yeah, it's a pretty strange token, and I'm also going to warn you guys to stay cautious with it, as trading action has been pretty irregular, and I'm not a fan of that too much. French central bank names 8 partners for digital euro testing. The regulator already completed a trial of the CBDC with SocGen. The Banque de France has chosen 8 financial and tech players as potential partners to test the applications for its central bank digital currency interbank settlement. The named partners are Accenture, which again is working with Ripple, Euroclear, HSBC, Isnes, LiquidShare, Prosper US, Citigroup, and Societe Generale. But I just saw Accenture here, which is pretty interesting because it's in the same category as Ripple. They work together. However, I think this has nothing to do with Ripple in plain sight. But it's also always interesting to read about central bank digital currencies, right? I mean, it might have something to do with XRP one day if we're really lucky. Bitcoin may be on the verge of an explosive growth. Well, we all know it. It just depends on what the stock market is going to be doing. Altcoins could gain 40 times more than Bitcoin in the next year. Analysts, again, I'm going to say with that one that it's going to be about how stocks are doing, which is going to make Bitcoin rise. And depending on how big Bitcoin is going to get and how big this DeFi is all going to get and whatever happens to that regard, will make these altcoins gain a lot more than Bitcoin will. It's also a lot smaller already, so smaller money flowing in can have bigger effects. And I am convinced that altcoins will get further. I don't know if it's going to be 40 times, but this person doesn't know if it's going to be 40 times either. It's just a guess, as you can read in this part a little bit again. It's going to do 10, 20, 30, or 40. We don't really know, but we know for a fact that altcoins are going to be gaining more than Bitcoin over a longer run. Binance Coin. Technical analysis, BNB to USD aiming to hit $19 soon after a significant shift in momentum. Now, if you were wondering, I'm still a supporter of Binance Coin, BNB. The most prominent part about that is it's just a coin that's used for the exchange, right? But since Binance is going to get more and more popular over the years as more people are going to be using it, and also as crypto is going to get more used, more people are going to be buying into this coin, and eventually it will just keep going up, right? The only question is, when will that happen? When will people start to trade more? When will people trade less? And yeah, those points you could trade for quickly or just, I guess, get out of the coin if you're not certain. But I know, at least I'm really convinced that Binance Coin is a long-term godlike coin. Just for now, though, I don't really know if it's going to go up at all. I just know for a fact, longer term, this is a solid one. And thus, I'm always holding a couple BNB, like maybe 20 or so, just for the sake of having it. Because, well, there's a lot of surge potential. Let's do not right now. Let's see if we can still watch this article. Mastercard expands cryptocurrency card payment program with Wirex deal. Mastercard has conferred its Mastercard principal status on crypto exchange operator Wirex, it announced on Monday. The UK-based company is now set to be the first crypto platform allowed to issue the finance industry Titan's payment card to its account holders. Pretty big, pretty good, all good for crypto. The move is part of a broader initiative by Mastercard to become more of a partner to business active in the crypto space. The company announced in its press release about Wirex that it is expanding its crypto tie-ups by inviting such enterprises to join the card's giant accelerate fintech development program. And all in all, it's only going to be positive things. Wirex already got themselves a Visa deal a little bit earlier, but now the big Mastercard deal, yeah, could just be huge, right? Because a lot of people are too afraid to buy crypto or find it too difficult to really use. But having these cards, right? If you've got your Bitcoin now, you can really start to spend things or really, do things with it more so, which is really the big thing that we want and that we need for crypto. One of the most basic things, but really an important one. All right, but guys, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Today was a little bit of a crazy video, a little bit of a weird setting for me, but I think there's going to be a couple of other videos coming out which are going to be very well prepared, going to do some really deep digging, going to try to find some really cool stuff, and I'll talk about that later today. So make sure you subscribe and press the like button if you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody.